Call September 26, 2023 work session. Review. All right, so we have agenda. Approved minutes for September 12, 2023 regular work session. And the regular meeting minutes in work session. Any issues there? Presentations, Marl Police Department recognition of Lieutenant Murphy with Metro Atlanta Traffic Enforcement. We have Marl Fire Department recognition for Davis on 5 years of the service pin. We have Marl High School Rural Language Student recognition. New business. Are they gonna do that in this session?
I would believe it's going to be in the.
But this is going to be related to the, thank you, Denali. This is going to be related to the planning and zoning board recommended approval of the hotel development, Riverside operation. Utilization of technology by the public works department.
I'm not handling this for. I'm just going to give you a brief overview of this, and then we got a couple videos to show you. Good evening, Mayor, Council, and citizens and staff. Appreciate the opportunity to talk on this. This is just to kind of let everyone know where we're going with some of our public works, utilizing some of the technology that's available for us. So one of them is the City Rover. It identifies roadway hazards, it identifies potholes, and it gives us a viable way to address those concerns as soon as they pop up, instead of letting them get so bad they knock your wheel off, and then you gotta call us and we gotta fix the wheel and the pothole. So Public Works has been testing the City Rover for the last month. Traveled about 1,600 miles. It's a fixed, like a dash cam on one of the trucks. As they drive around, they found 94 incidents. Most of those that it identified were pothole issues, or not really potholes, I'm sorry,
Sewer covers.
manhole covers, thank you. Thank you all for us, to assist in the audience. That's been forwarded to Clayton County Water Authority. The other ones were 22 potholes that we've actually located and fixed during the time we've been using this program. It's really expensive. It's about $250 every quarter. So well worth it to do this. But some of the attached, what it does is it creates a little work order for them. And if you'll flip over, we've attached some of those for you. It's a unique ID work order. It tells you the status, the severity of the actual event. So it's severe, popping up, so it gives it tiers of importance. Gives you the date it's created, the type it is, and the priority, and then who's assigned to it, the due date, and when it's completed. And you'll also notice down here on the handout there, you see a photograph. It'll actually take a photograph and it'll identify the issue. So it's manhole cover, if it's a pothole, if it's a roadway obstruction or something like that. You have a QR code right next to it that actually will locate. If you scan it on your phone and device, it'll locate it on the map for you specifically, or you have a Google map that's got a pinpoint into this where the incident is. So it's been very successful. We'll see a video on that here shortly. Any questions on that one?
So this one identifies it just as he's driving down the road?
You just drive down the road. This is doing a constant scan in the periphery and the view there in front of you, just like a dash cam would. So the next one that we're going to be doing is the utilization of an AI LiDAR. It's a 3D mapping solution that we're utilizing. This will actually be a camera that they'll ship out. It'll be mounted on top of the vehicle we'll use in Public Works. They'll drive the entire perimeter of the city. We'll do this about once every 2 years. What it's going to do is it does a lot more than this. It's called Civil AI. And what it does is we don't really have any, I find this with grants, when we're actually going to stay with issues. Some of the things we have to do, engineering, etc. We have to go out and do something specific in that area. This is going to give us actually a graded, actually performance system for graded roadway conditions. And it's also going to include, if you'll see on the second page there, street sign locations, trees, sidewalk conditions, and intersection conditions. So as you're going through, it's going to map that for you. It actually is so good on the software, when you pull it up, you can give the dimensions to the engineers, and they can pull it directly off that software. So it's CAD compatible with that. So we don't have really the accurate records that we should have, but this will provide it for us. So we can provide it to the engineer, DOT, Public Works, whatever we need to do. Ben, you're gonna show us some videos?
Yeah. The
You have videos for this?
video?
Maybe we'll show videos. That's what I was asking you, because there's links to the videos.
The link.
Okay, well, let me get those to you, if that's okay, I can show those to you shortly, but it'll show you the really intuitiveness of this program, and they're very short, they're like a minute and
Didn't
a half.
expect that kind of pressure to be.
Hey, that's what happens when B's not here, right?
I sent them to.
They're in an email, we'll get them, but they're just links to these things, we'll show you those in just a second, they're like a minute and a half each, I think. Longest one's about 2.5 minutes. So, any questions on those I can answer before seeing the video?
So the city over, how much does it cost to have that technology?
The actual scan itself, it's about $2,000 for that scan.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very affordable, because they actually send the software up to you. You're paying, we do pay a monthly maintenance fee of, I think, $50 or $65, I can't remember which one it is, $55 or $65. But as you're going through this, just to access the actual software itself, which pulls up in that scan, they send out it'll look like one of those Google mapping cars, we'll put it on top of it, we drive around the city and we map every intersection, everything is on there, so it's great utilization of very inexpensive technology that can help us out immensely in the stuff we're doing. And since we're doing a lot of stuff in the roadways anyway, this will help us to really focus. We don't have to guess on LMIG grants anymore. We know what the priorities for the issues are. Roadway signs that need to be replaced, problems with our sidewalks, everything will be on the middle, prioritizing the issues with those on that software, which is what.
so where the data is stored?
It's on the cloud.
Okay, and, just thinking, I don't know if it could do it, but like, for, potholes reported now, how do we manage the complaint coming in?
As they come in, they do an internal work order on them. This one is also, it's compatible where if we have something like Text My Gov comes in, we can prioritize it on the work order as well. And then what they'll do is essentially drive the truck out there to go by wherever the reported pothole is, if they haven't already found it, and it'll put it into the work order, the queue for that work order.
What the system will be able to match, what report potholes that they have while detecting, while the machine detecting, the device detecting the issue, and when a work order, I mean, would the cable to match that?
Well, when the work order is created, it's on a queue, as you see the IQ codes are on here, everything's on that, so once they do it, they match it to the incident. So each incident, you're given an opportunity to say, create a work order. You can create a work order. If it's not our work order, we're not gonna create a work order for Clayton County Water Authority. We're gonna forward that to them. But if it's one that we create that we're gonna be able to handle, we can create the work order off of the data that's off of that's been provided from the dash cam. I'm sorry, Justin, do you have a question? Okay.
I do have a question. When you were, determining how are you gonna, where are you gonna start? Did you just start from point A and go up the street, or how is that determined?
Well, we were gonna put it on a sanitation truck, because they drive all over the city, but they switch out trucks so much, it's not, I don't think that behooves us to do that, so we put it on one of our guys who goes out and picks up the solid waste. So we just drive the city as they're driving their normal course of the day, and then if they haven't hit certain areas, normally when they're doing a solid bulk, they're gonna hit almost every area of the city itself. A lot of our stuff is picked up on Highway 54, we forward that to the state, because we can't fix the things on there, but, we don't really have a start point to an end point, it's an everyday deal, they're driving around, because situations occur all the time.
Other questions?
I mean, how many have you gotten on the streets? I mean, how is it completed?
For the, city road, it's a continuous thing. So as they're going through, it's never finished. Now, on the other one, when we do the civil AI, that will be one where we will map that out. We will actually have a start point and an end point on that one, because we only have that, camera system, I think, they send it out for a 2-week period. So as we go, we'll do a systematic drive of every location in the city and every entry point in the city, and ingress and egress into each neighborhood.
Other questions?
The AI LiDAR, how much does this cost?
That's $2,000 for every time that we do this, which we'll do every 2 years. So it's a $2,000 fee on that one.
that one device?
It's on a loan, so they send it out, we pay for the rental, I guess, of that device, and then we attach it, we do the work on it, and then we send it back to them.
Thank you.
Good job.
We'll get those with us.
For those who don't know, Carl, his daddy fell, he's in the hospital. So, he's. All right, we got about 45 minutes before the official city council meeting starts. We have a wonderful set of coffee back here. I actually hope it's actually back there. But enjoy yourself, drink some coffee, talk to your neighbors, and we'll see you all Saturday.
Don't fall.